Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here and it's time for week 8 of the Book of You. Before I start talking about the challenges for this week, I wanted to show you a picture of, I think it was last week or the week before, we were meant to be making a meal out of rainbow foods to try and use lots of different colours, and I made a really colourful stir fry, and so I wanted to insert a picture here so you can see what I made. So yeah, I really enjoyed that stir fry and it's got me all excited about stir fries again, so I'm making quite a few of them at the moment. Anyway, let's get into this week's challenges. Number 50, sit down twice. You may look a little odd but when sitting down today, even at your desk or to watch TV, do it twice. We spend a lot of time sitting, which leaves our glutes underused. They are the largest muscles in our bodies, and going from standing to sitting activates our glutes, quads and hamstrings. Double up, sit down twice. So I'm going to be sitting down twice every time I sit down today, and that's going to be fun. Number 51 is assign a surface a purpose. Surfaces are clutter magnets. We drop post, bags, keys and loose change anywhere handy. While you don't need to put everything away immediately, make sure that surfaces don't become catch-alls. Post doesn't belong on the kitchen table. A comb and brushes aren't useful on a desk. Today, rearrange what's on one surface in your life so it serves a specific purpose. You'll be more organised in minutes. So actually, I chose 2 places for this. I have a pin board in the kitchen where we keep a few photos, but mainly information, letters from Matilda's school or things that we need to remember. And there was just a lot of receipts and things in there that we didn't need anymore. So I went through all of those. And also we have the end of our kitchen table where we tend to dump open post that hasn't been filed away yet, or leaflets of things that we're interested in, or light bulbs that need changing. And so I went through all of those and either got rid of or filed as many of those as possible, leaving the bare minimum on the table, and it feels really good. It feels less cluttered. And I'm going to try in future to try and do that once a week and just get through all of that. It doesn't take as long as you think it's going to take, and I think that's the key. I always think, oh, you know, can't be bothered, but actually it only took 5-10 minutes to get everything sorted, and it made me feel much better, so I'm pleased that I did that. Number 52 is forgive yourself. Regrets and self-reproach can weigh you down. They don't call it emotional baggage for nothing. Focus on an old regret or an old faux pas and give yourself a break. Forget about it. What has passed is past. The future is right now. Make that future bright. Forgive yourself and move forward. The thing that I'm thinking about for this is very personal, so I'm not going to talk about it on here. I mean, I don't mind sharing personal stuff with you guys, but this is very personal and involves other people, and so I'm just going to think about that one on my own. But I think this is a really important thing to do, is to learn to forgive yourself and to move forward, because I think otherwise you just hold on to bitterness and resentment, or you hold on to emotional feelings that just aren't worth the time and effort. And so it was definitely good to sit down and think about this one, and to forgive myself and to forgive others, I think, as well. So I'm pleased that this one came up, but as I say, I'm not going to go into any more detail on that one. Number 53, a meal to share. It's all about the love, baby. Share some food with a loved one, whether it's a romantic proposition or quality time with a dear old friend. We all know the way to someone's heart is often through their stomach. Make the time this week to cook a delicious meal from scratch you can share. Well, I'm cheating a bit on this. I'm not making a delicious meal for scratch to share, but on one evening this week I have gone out with my friends from my old work, and we went for a curry, which was lovely to share together and share chatting and conversation. And then tonight I am going to a really nice restaurant with my husband. We don't go out very often together for meals and things because we spend our money on other things, and obviously we've got a toddler, so it requires babysitters, etc. And so we are treating ourselves. We're going to a restaurant near us called Prime, which is a really lovely steak restaurant, and we both eat meat and love steak, so I've heard it's very good, and I'm hearing great things, and I'm really excited to go and just spend the evening together. And it's a chance for us to be away from home, away from the distractions of things we have to do, and to really just chat and have a laugh and have a nice meal together. So I'm really looking forward to that. Number 54, take it all in. Take a moment to take it all in. When we're busy, we often rush from one thing to the next and forget to stop and appreciate our surroundings. And that's really the easiest mindfulness exercise you can do. Take in the nature around you, appreciate your colleagues, observe your family from a distance, or admire the night sky. Whatever you do, be in the moment. I do this a lot now. This was a couple of challenges. They've been very similar to this. I really do try and take the time just to look and think. One of my favourite things at the moment, my daughter has become much better at playing alone, and she's very imaginative, and I like watching her play, or watching her play with other people is always very interesting. She's just started playing shops a lot. She likes to play shops and be the shopkeeper. And we've made her a little shop area with pretend food and a till, and you have to go along and she scans it all and pays and put it in a bag. And my favourite thing was watching her and my husband play, and my husband had his shopping list and he asked for some cheese, and he was told that he could have one cheese, but the other cheese he couldn't have because it was too stinky. And we've never spoken to her about that, so I do find that quite funny. She's obviously picked it up from somewhere, and it's just a joy to watch her play and watch her imagination. I just find it fascinating. Number 55 is shake it off. A happy and healthy lifestyle starts with the right attitude. What's an old attitude you're shaking off, and what are you replacing it with? So I am thinking about emotional eating here. I know often my challenges go back to eating, but that is probably the biggest sort of thing in my life in terms of issues, and I want to try and shake off emotional eating, because when I get stressed or when I get really upset or something really winds me up, all I want to do is eat and sort of eat those emotions down, and that's something I want to shake off. I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm going to start consciously thinking, why are you doing this? You're doing this because you're having this emotion. You don't need to do this. It won't make you feel better. And I'm going to try and sort of repeat that affirmation to myself and find something else, a bath, or taking myself away and having a breather, or something else to replace that. And that is going to be my shake it off thing. And then finally for this week is 56, check your posture. Most of us spend a lot of the day sitting, which negatively impacts our posture. It means muscles aren't being used in the way they were designed to. Correcting your posture can activate and strengthen muscles that have switched off. When you sit to attention. Standing, pinch your shoulder blades together and pull down. Try sitting with good posture as long as possible without back support. Walk with your head held high. So I'm going to sit now until the end of the video, very straight with good posture. And this feels strange, actually. It does feel a bit odd. I'm used to being a bit slouchy. So this is me with good posture. This is the end of week 8 of the Book of You. I'm really enjoying this series and making it and talking to you all about it. Let me know how you're getting on if you're doing it, and if you're going to be doing any of these. And I look forward to catching up with you next week with a few more challenges for us to look at together. Bye for now, BookTube.